College days. A time of endless possibilities. All the cute girls you could ask for, staying up late and eating pizza, and of course, pranking. This could start with anything as simple as the rubber band on the sink sprayer trick, all the way to the great wall of duct tape, which covered your neighbor's door. Like I said, times of endless possibilities. Now, as pranks go, it's an unspoken rule that you're okay with pranks being done to you if you're pranking other people. Halfway through the semester, my suite mate learned that I'm a pretty heavy sleeper, and being the prank master that he was, took well advantage of that fact. The way our rooms were set up, we all had smaller rooms but no roommates and only suite mates. The pranks were annoying at times, but in the good nature of fun, I let it go on for a while, and got back at him occasionally. My suite mate used to always tease me about being a heavy sleeper, and even would call me The Rock. Luckily the name didn't stick, but all of our friends knew not long afterwards that I slept quite heavily. This proved quite helpful, as I always got a good night's sleep, regardless of any noise going on around me. So if my suite mate had a party going on, it didn't matter. When I was out, I'd stay out. Now, normally I kept my door unlocked, but I learned if there was a party going on, I was guaranteed to get pranked, to show off for his friends. He often employed the most classic shaving cream in the hand prank, and I was the perfect candidate since I always slept through it. One day, though, the very thought of that trick would change my life forever. I awoke one morning, and right away I felt that all too familiar foamy substance on my hands and face. Angrily, I ran to the bathroom sink and washed all of the cream off, as I planned on storming into his room and hitting him with a pillow. This was starting to get old, and he would have to let up eventually. And just as I was about to exact my revenge, I looked at the clock and realized I had slept 30 minutes late, and barely had time to get to class, so I rushed out the door. As I was walking to class, I noticed there was a text from my suite mate that was sent at 6 a.m., which read, "It's a good thing you sleep like a rock," accompanied by a smiley face in the video. Curious, I loaded the video as I made my way and watched a point of view shot of my roommate putting shaving cream into my hand and giggling. Before the video ended, I angrily stopped it and texted "jerk" back to him and went back to class. The rest of my day was normal, and it would be 4 p.m. before I got back to my dorm, as all my classes were back to back. Halfway through the day, I got another text from my suite mate saying, "Josh, this is urgent. I need to speak with you right away." This was unusual because the wording didn't sound like him and it sounded serious. I rushed back to my dorm room, and I was immediately alarmed to find 2 police cars parked outside of my dorm. After walking inside, I found the 2 officers standing right outside of my suite with yellow duct tape around the entrance. The officers let me in, and what I witnessed next changed my life. My suite mate's door was wide open, and there were 2 men with ID badges standing by his bed. The officers explained that they received an anonymous call early this morning that my suite mate had been stabbed multiple times by an unknown assailant. One of the officers stated after checking his phone, they noticed I was the last person he texted. So he used his phone to get me down there for questioning. In near shock, I told them all I knew and explained that I last heard from him personally last night before 12 p.m. and got a text from him at 6 a.m. this morning. The officer's face went pale, as if he had pieced something strange together. He then explained, "Son, your roommate's death was at 3 a.m. this morning." I don't understand, I said, feeling a huge lump in my throat. Even more chilling, they explained that at about 5 a.m. this morning, an anonymous person had dropped off his roommate's cell phone at the police station, claiming someone at the university had lost it and had something to do with the prank. Hand shaking, I played back the video again, seeing the shaving cream being applied to my hand, and then watched in absolute horror as the camera moved across the hall to my suite mate in his bed, who was gagged up and tied, and then brutally stabbed despite his muffled cries for help. Even after the person took the time to walk back over to my room and tickled my nose, laughing maniacally as I smeared shaving cream over my face, and the video ended. Now the text made so much more sense. Every day from then on, I thanked God that I was a heavy sleeper.